What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless, and we are back with another podcast for the Fearless Show. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Dries Walker. Say what up to everybody.
What up, what up, what up? Thanks for coming back. First timers, we appreciate you being here. This is the Fearless Show, and I am artist Dries Walker.
We are back, and let's just hop right into it.
Yep.
Let's talk about the Emmys.
The Emmys. A lot of stuff happened. The 69th Emmys, apparently. Lucky number 69. Apparently, this was the most diverse in terms of nominees in history of
It was
the
a
Emmys.
big one for, minorities and winners and stuff.
Definitely. So, interesting. It's interesting.
I'll be honest, I didn't actually watch the Emmys because I don't have time to watch 3 hours of that. But I caught some highlights, I got the gist of it.
Definitely.
And I think they said it was the most winners of minorities ever, I believe. I could be wrong.
That's what I
Tell me
heard.
if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe is right. And that's following up the Oscars, and the big winner, obviously, is my man, Childish Gambino.
Hey, Childish. Young Lando. I'm going to call him Young Lando.
He's popping right now, man. I predicted this. I said he's popping right now.
Yeah.
Well, he won Best Director for Atlanta.
Best Director. First black male to ever win Best Director of a comedy series. And of many things anyway. But yeah, comedy series. Which is crazy. And yeah, he also won for acting in that comedy series.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is that a first for directing and acting?
I don't know if it's acting, but I know for sure it's directing.
I mean, a first, person winning both at the same time.
Oh.
The same show.
Oh, both? Oh, wow. That's a good question. I want to know that, actually. I don't know. That's crazy. Actually, I never thought about that.
Yeah, it could be a big one. I didn't hear much about it, but it just made me think about it, How often does that happen?
Right. That you win for acting and directing.
And directing, and not just that, but for the same show that you created.
That almost never happens.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who else? Lena Waithe. She won for writing.
Oh yeah, for Master of None
with
right.
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, with Aziz for co-writing a specific episode, right?
Yeah.
That's how that
so
works.
Not only is she black, but she's also gay. So that's a 2-for-1 right there.
And a female, 3-for-1.
Oh, 3-for-1, and she's female.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that was the first time for a black person and female to win for writing. So that was history in the Emmys right there. And what I liked about when she won, so I saw a bunch of clips too. I'm not going to lie. I'm right here with Dario. I didn't have 3 hours to spend to watch the whole Emmys, but I did some work. I probably spent at least an hour watching shit, so don't hate. But when I did see her talk about winning, it was cool to let that Aziz, actually he won something else too, but Aziz let her speak and she just gave the speech for them. It was almost like it was pre-planned if they won, because Aziz was just he was just holding it down in the back, we won, but this is her moment.
Yeah, I don't love Master of None. I've seen it. I watch them. I'm still not sold, but I'm happy
Master
for them.
Tight. It's a game changer.
It's a nice thought. I like Aziz. I like what he's trying to do, so I'm happy for him. Other than that, Sterling K. Brown, he won for lead actor in a drama.
Right. A series I've yet to watch though. It looks hella interesting.
I'd never actually heard of it. What's it called? It's
This Is Us.
This Is Us. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
never actually heard of it, but apparently it's good, very good, and they
Yeah, I
won for the
mean,
first time in like 38 years.
right. It looks dope. Honestly, it looks like almost like I watched the trailer. So there's already a trailer for season 2, but I have yet to watch the season 2 trailer because I just want to watch all of season 1. But what I did see was that it almost looked like Crash, like a season where like the main characters' lives might be intertwined in some way. But the main kick of it was that their birthdays they were all turning 36 and they had completely different outlooks on life, and that's all I could really take from the trailer. But
I
shouts to Sterling.
Yeah, shout out to him. I didn't love Crash, so that's not really selling me
You
on
didn't
that
love
one.
Crash? How did you not love Crash,
I
bro?
thought it was overrated, bro.
Oh my god. You gotta watch Crash again. You crazy,
Super
man.
overrated.
What?
Super overrated. Super on the nose.
Wow.
No subtlety. Just like, come on.
There was no room for subtlety.
Come on.
How are you gonna fit that many storylines together in a feature-length film without cutting to the chase?
Just make a different movie.
My man.
Just wasn't a great movie. It was super overrated.
All right. Yo,
so that didn't necessarily
sell
me
about that. Get on Dario about that. Did y'all like Crash?
Nah, I'm not alone. A lot of people ain't like Crash.
Nah, tell us what you thought about Crash. But anyway, that's an old movie. Well, now it's old. It's not an old movie. But anyways, back to the Emmys.
One thing that he did get played off the stage though. I did see that.
Oh man, that was funny. Honestly, I knew he was gonna get played off the stage because he told him he was gonna talk forever, and they just kept playing it louder. But he did talk the longest, honestly.
Nicole Kidman went for good, 10 minutes.
Oh
basically.
yeah, definitely. Nicole Kidman's Nicole Kidman. How many Emmys she got though? Don't she have more than one?
No, I don't know. I just thought it was funny that he got played off stage and people were super upset and like we're going in on them on Twitter.
Yeah, I thought he deserved another 30 seconds before the music got harsh. I was like, word. I was like, all right. But
I mean, props to him. He did not stop talking even when they cut off the mic, though. So
yeah, I did watch a clip though, because you know how they do backstage interviews where they're still holding their Emmy and like there's still a press conference kind of thing going on. Mm-hmm. He went back there after he won, and then one of the reporters asked him if he had anything else he wanted to say or finish, and he finished. And what he said was he was upset that he didn't get to thank his wife by the end of it because he didn't do it first. So he was doing it. He was going to finish with that, and they cut him off before he could thank his wife. So I thought that was cool that he got to do it after, but still, that's part of.
Here's my thing about the Emmys. A lot of these big winners and shows are shows that people don't really watch, to be honest. Like, their numbers are not the highest rated watched shows outside of like Modern Family and Breaking Bad, who always win every year they're on. A lot of these shows that win are not that big of shows. There were a lot of
shows that I was like, oh, okay, I never even heard of that. I got to get on that. Or I heard something, but I haven't heard from friends. I haven't heard on the streets about these shows.
None of them. I've had to like really do some homework on this. Like The Handmaid's Tale, I guess that's a big one that won a lot.
Bro, that swept the Emmys. Like that Handmaid's Tale was killing it.
Never heard of it.
Killing it.
Never heard of it. I looked at the description. It's a slave class enduring.
They got lead actress. They got supporting actress role. They got there was another one. Like, it was crazy, and I'd never seen one episode.
I've never heard of it.
I heard of it, but nobody I know has watched enough to tell me anything about it.
All right, I'm about to watch the trailer a little bit, but what I read from it says a slave class enduring a misogynistic dystopia. So it's like
what?
A feminist movie, kind of.
Okay.
Well, not kind of. super feminist movie. Like women
Right.
are like the slave class now.
Yeah.
Like they can't work and
I saw a clip where one of the girls who won said like one of the lines she said in the show was like I have two ovaries so like they spare like my past is like forgiven, lucky me. I was like, what? I was like, oh shit. That's
yeah,
real.
okay. So that's what I'm watching the trailer right now. They're saying that's they're there to bear children. So they're basically there to have kids
hmm
and they're slaves now in a society of just men.
Well, hey, I'm glad they won an Emmy for
About as
retelling history, I suppose.
like alternate, I don't know,
Alternate histories.
super feminist show.
Yeah, it gets people's minds going though. It's an important topic. Just like Sterling's contribution to This Is Us.
Not sure I'll watch it, but sounds interesting somewhat.
Yeah.
Um, Veep was another one. I have seen Veep, and
Hmm.
it is a funny ass show.
Yeah.
Super funny. It's like kind of like The Office in that same sort of tone, but
hmm
like much more R rated. You'll get a lot more curse words
Yeah.
and like adult shit being talked about. You know,
Right. What's the actress's name? That won for Veep? The
Julia Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's
She
like
won for the sixth straight year.
straight.
Six.
That's nasty.
That's just
She's
one thing about
killing
the
it.
Emmys is like if you have a great show, aren't you gonna win that shit like every time? Like the Breaking
It's
Bad
too
one, like it
good.
was just like, oh, Breaking Bad's gonna fucking win like every time. Bryan
Right.
Cranston, like, oh, he's gonna fucking win like every time.
Yeah. I mean, somebody won twice in a row for SNL. What was her name? The blonde. I forgot. I always forget her name.
I
That
don't know.
comedian, but she won twice in a row for supporting in a comedy series. I'm gonna look up
Also,
her name.
well, Nicole Kidman, she won what was that? Nicole Kidman or was that Big Little Lies? I've never heard of that either.
Which one?
Big Little Lies. Have you heard of that?
I heard it. I don't know anything. I heard about it, but it just sounded like Pretty Little Liars, or like shows I would think. So the title alone just sounds like
The
something
title
that's
does
not for
not
me.
do it
It's just like not
any
for me. I
justice.
guess I'm like, all right, target audience, I suppose.
Yeah, the title for sure already was gonna make me like, nah, not for me.
Right?
I automatically thought like Pretty Little Liars, honestly, when I first saw the title.
Yeah,
So it just automatically put me off.
I thought that was the same show until like
But
recently.
I'm looking at the trailer and it's got some big names attached to it, like Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, and Shailene Woodley.
Yeah,
So it got some big names, and it's for the
definitely.
director of Dallas Buyers Club. It's a
Oh, really?
great movie,
I guess
and on
that might be a
HBO.
good show then. Shit.
It could possibly be a great show. It's on HBO.
Oh yeah. Well,
I
then
think
it's
it's one of
got
those.
good writing.
It's probably one of those. I said like a limited series, so it might be like a one season deal for them,
hmm
one like story arc, because that's a lot of big names to have doing TV for that long. I don't think they would.
Right. Big Little Lies. Such a weird title.
And then the last other notable thing is Sean Spicer.
Oh my god. That shit. What? Oh my god. Sean Spicer. That moment on the Emmys is actually that's the most viral moment from the Emmys, I believe. And for those of you who didn't watch the Emmys, Sean Spicer, who no longer works for the government but used to, what was he, the press secretary? What was he doing? I don't know what he was doing. I forgot.
He was
I
the
don't
White
care
House
about.
press secretary.
Yeah. So he made a fool of himself by saying some dumb shit, and then He got fired now, and now he's making fun of the dumb shit he said.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to like normalize him back into society, kind of like, hey, it's okay, come join us again, you know? Like,
It's
and I
weird
feel like
because
he's trying to like distance himself from
a
the
lot
whole
of people are
situation.
still mad at him, like for his
Yeah, people
political.
were hell pissed.
Yeah,
People were super pissed that they've had him on the show.
they're like, "What? You let him
Yeah,
come here?" Like they were
yeah,
so mad to see him wheel up there, even though he was making fun of himself. Everybody was
yeah.
still like, "What the
Look, he's
fuck?"
trying. He's trying to separate himself from that situation as much as he can. Because I already watched him on like he was doing talk shows and stuff. Like he seemed like an
Man,
alright guy. Like he was
right?
just like a normal guy, but it's just
He's
like
trying to win the public. You know, he's
yeah,
trying to win you back. Like,
he was actually likable on all those talk shows. It's just funny to see him
yeah,
like try to normalize himself and be like, oh yeah, that was something that happened. That was
right,
that funny thing that happened. You know, oh you know
yeah.
those lies I was telling. Oh, that was a joke. You know, like yeah,
The
it's
funniest
interesting to
parts
see.
for
Like
me of that whole thing. So the first funny part was just him wheeling out a fucking podium by himself to do the skit. That was the first hilarious part of Sean Spicer. The second hilarious part was the host, Stephen Colbert, calling him Melissa McCarthy at the end. Because she fucking killed an impersonation of him and she fucking won for lead, community actress in the comedy series.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
SNL won a lot
Yeah,
because it's Trump, and you can have like a million jokes every day, so it's
yeah.
kind of easy for them. You
There's
know,
so much material. Trump gives you so much material.
so
Shout out
much
to
easy
Alec
material.
Baldwin. I believe he won too. I don't remember, but I believe
Probably.
Alec
I
Baldwin
mean,
won.
even the Sean Spicer one was like almost word for word what he said, and you
hmm
just dressed Melissa McCarthy up to do it. Like
Well,
you know,
that's how they do it. Like, remember when they were doing the side by sides with Sarah Palin and Tina Fey? The
yeah,
speeches were almost exact. Like, and they looked like the same person. Like that's how they do the politics thing. They just use their words and they're like, isn't this ridiculous? They just show you how ridiculous it was.
yeah. It's it's easy for them, so I can't give them too much props for that. It's fucking. It's like the easiest they've had it in years, bro. Like in years,
They've
it's been like a
rolled through
layup
the
for them.
Emmys this year.
Like if you couldn't make that funny, then SNL's completely whack now. But it's easy.
Right.
It was like a lob for them.
Yeah.
But
One more thing. There's a few other things, but I want to shout out Dave Chappelle though, because Dave Chappelle's little intro to one of the topics, he didn't come prepared, but he just improv'd, and it was dope. He
I
was
missed
like,
it.
he was introducing a topic, and then he was like, well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not come to rehearsal. So I am not prepared. Like,
I'm gonna have to watch that.
it was hilarious. And then he was like, and now I'm gonna read the teleprompter. Like, it's like, I'm not sure. Like, it was just the way he was sliding through it. It was hilarious. And he was like,
Oh
he
man,
shouted out the DC public school system, and that actually another actor I saw that, or I don't know, another nominee or person that won. Person that won, obviously. He was on stage, so he had his Emmy. He shouted out the DC public school system, and I thought that was like the second trending thing after the Sean Spicer shit, because the
but
guy said he wanted it to become viral. So he's like DC public schools.
he won an Emmy too. They should
Yeah. Oh
for
yeah.
the SNL skit.
Right.
I'm
That's
just
crazy.
super happy that we're getting a lot of Dave now. Like
I
welcome
know.
back, my man. Like
I went and saw Dave out here at Radio City.
I know I'm pissed.
Yeah, and it was an unannounced guest, and Kendrick Lamar performed. I didn't even know it was going to be Kenny. I just wanted to see Dave Chappelle. It was a birthday gift, and Kendrick came out. So I got Kendrick and Dave Chappelle live on my birthday. Swag.
Well, lucky bitch.
Hey, I saw low key. Hey, and this ties in too. So Stephen Colbert was the host, right? I saw Stephen Colbert's new show on the second episode, and that's the first time I saw Kendrick Lamar, and it was for free. So it all came full circle. I just love that. That's crazy. I seen Kendrick Lamar twice and didn't even know. Like the first time was free, and the second time I didn't know he was gonna perform.
Well, I saw him once. I saw him on tour and it was live.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the Emmys were the Emmys. You know, there's some big wins, some big moments for the Emmys and whatnot. So I didn't watch it all. Got some highlights. If you guys caught them, if we missed any notable moments, let us know, and talk about them next show. But yeah, they came, they went. Now it's on to the next award show.
Yeah.
But speaking of TV shows, I just finished The Strain, which I told you.
That's that one that I was. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to check it out.
The ending, like it was series finale.
Yeah.
The ending season was a little rushed. Definitely rushed a little bit, but it was good. I say The Strain is a show that people should watch. Just if for nothing else, just the incredible visuals for a TV show.
Yeah,
because Guillermo del Toro, Monsters, kills it.
Nice.
And I told you, man, that kid is the most hated kid on TV.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're right. It was just in the moment when we were talking about it that week. He wasn't, but now he still is. But like I'm just saying, Tariq in Power was the most hated kid for a few days on television.
But I went on to YouTube because this was before I watched the last season. Looked at the Strange season 4 trailer.
Yeah,
and there's a moment in there where looks like the kid might meet his end. And I look at the comments, and all the comments are literally saying, "Fuck me, please kill him right now. Please kill him." That's literally every Zach, that super prick. I was hoping Zach would have died. Like literally everyone's about this kid dying, and like how much they hate him. Like I hate this kid. He's the most hated kid on TV. I promise you.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to find out why. I'm gonna have to tune in.
You're gonna have to. You have to see
out The Strain.
I also finished season 2 of Preacher.
Ooh, that was one I put on hold. I want to watch that.
Oh man, fucking good.
That shit is too serious. I was watching one and I was like, oh my god, like I gotta be ready when I'm watching that one. Like it's too interesting. It's really interesting, honestly. Like,
very interesting.
Yeah.
I will say there's nothing else out there like there, and I don't think I've ever seen a show like this ever.
Yeah, there's never been a TV series. Like, there's been maybe a movie or two, but...
Maybe. Doubtful. Not even a movie. They go places that, like, you would never expect them to be able to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they make Hitler a likable character, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's who he was. Like, Hitler wasn't hated by everybody when he was alive and well.
I'm not talking about Ariel. I'm talking about you will end up liking,
you'd be like
and rooting for Hitler.
That's hilarious. Bro. I didn't even see all the way
like
through.
They just flip shit out of his head, bro. Like it's
Preacher.
And just since it's so based in religion, so based around religion, they do some blasphemous shit. Like I don't think if you're I don't think my parents would like the show. I'll put it that way.
Ooh.
I don't think they're like it. They go there. They go places that you just don't think they would go, especially for a TV show.
Right.
And they do that. This is literally no other show
Netflix,
I've
right?
ever seen like this. Or movie. Like
it's a Netflix series?
No, it's on AMC.
AMC. Oh, AMC goes hard though. AMC's tough.
They do. And it's produced by
used to be my favorite cable network.
Yeah, thanks to Breaking Bad. But it's co-produced by Seth Rogen.
Okay, facts.
It's super funny, super violent, and just like they just go places that just like you just don't expect. Like it's crazy. It's like the craziest show out right now.
Yeah.
People have to watch this. It's that fucking good. I don't hear people talking about it that much, but they should be. They really should be.
It's probably hard. Everybody's on the. Nah, here's why people aren't talking about it. Everybody's on the Game of Thrones ban. Like, there's no time for preachers.
This is like so much different. And it's like. It's so much different than that. Like, it's just in a whole different vein. It's like, it's mind blowing, like, some of the shit they do.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, so many times.
That's tight.
It's
I like
good.
shows
Watch
to do
season
that.
2. Watch season 2. What else? Marvel just released a new trailer for Punisher.
Oh, they did?
Oh, yes. Came out today or yes? Man, it came out today.
Oh my god, yo. The Punisher?
Only 2 words came to mind.
What?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's it.
Before and after, or just before the trailer?
Before and after.
Yeah.
This is what I'm ready to see. Like,
right.
Fuck all the Defender shit. Fuck all Iron Fist.
God, the Defenders
Luke
was
Cage
so whack.
Jessica Jones.
The Defenders was so whack.
Give me some Punisher, bro.
That's what we need. We need the Punisher in our
No
lives.
holds bar.
Man, you know how many times I replayed that jail fight scene by the Punisher?
He's been the best part
Daredevil?
of.
I replayed that episode so many times.
He's the best part of Daredevil season 2. It does look like they're kind of rehashing his origin stories per se with his family.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that.
I mean, I kind of assumed that though. They weren't just gonna piggyback off of
but
they didn't want to just
go
straight out.
They basically did it already in Daredevil.
I know, but they gotta set it up with this Frank Castle.
They already did in Daredevil season 2. I don't know. They're gonna rehash some stuff for sure.
Yeah,
but
not because
when the guns start going, the bullets start flowing. Man, this is the fucking Punisher, bro.
Right. But to be fair, this is Marvel's formula now, because we've seen with the Defenders. You watched the Defenders. You finished it, right?
Yeah, I finished it.
Yeah. So the way it ends with our boy, the Daredevil, that has yet to be played out in the Daredevil series.
So, I don't know.
So the way they're playing out series is like they're going to be doing weird things where they're not coming straight through with storyline. Like they're not like they should have never put the Defenders out before that. Like they should have fucking put Iron Fist on ice.
Made a good show. How about that?
Yeah.
Made a good show.
They should have just put Iron Fist on ice.
Made a good show. But I don't know where or how the Punisher is going to tie in with all of the shows. I kind of hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
It needs to stay like in its own separate universe.
Right.
But you know how they love their connected stuff, so you'll probably get some pop-ups.
It depends on how long they want the show to last. Does it have a prediction of seasons? Do you know?
No. Nope. They weren't even planning on making one season. They were just gonna use the Punisher for Daredevil.
It really feels like some Deadpool shit. Like where they're just like,
people were just so happy with it that it was like they had to make a season.
All right.
So we'll see.
Yeah, they probably saw the ratings. Motherfuckers were rewatching that episode.
Definitely. Yeah, after the trailer was definitely like, fuck yeah. That's all.
That's what's
like, fuck yeah. This is what I've been waiting for.
Hell yeah. It's probably gonna be the best show out.
That's all I've been on TV-wise, other than Rick and Morty, which continues to be an absolutely incredible TV show.
Yeah. Rick and Morty.
It has been getting some absolutely incredible reviews.
I haven't heard one bad thing.
So much good shit from people.
I haven't heard one bad thing about Rick and Morty. Everybody likes it.
Now I'm talking about It.
Oh, It?
It. Literally It. The movie It.
I've heard mixed reviews, honestly. To be honest.
I've heard great reviews.
Yeah.
Everybody I know that like similar shit that I like
Right.
has spoken like amazing about it, and a lot of them have gone and seen it multiple times.
Right. Oh, wow. Multiple times. I've not heard
Multiple
anyone
times.
say multiple times. What I have heard,
I've heard
though,
2 or 3 people already say like, yeah, saw
it
it
makes
twice.
me interested because it's not one movie. Spoiler alert.
No, I told you. I heard they're breaking it up into 2, and they are.
They are.
And it's the
And
first
that
one's
to
like
me
2.5 hours.
is like really dope because that means they're like really clarifying it more. Like they're separating it in a way that the old, well, the first movie, not this, I'm not going to talk about the series, but the movie,
The movie was a series, but
yeah, I mean, whatever. It's all the same thing, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it started as a series and then they just released it as a movie. But yeah,
Yeah. Just, it's
it was
just
a
weird
miniseries.
watching it segmented and then watching it in as a whole thing. But then, just I'm talking about in terms of the adult versus kids thing, like the adults and the children, the way they're. That's what I've heard is different.
Well, I just heard like the guy who played him was Bill Skarsgård or something like that. Murdered it, knocked it out of the park.
That dude's tight.
I heard like it was just super close to the book in terms of tone and like actually conveying like the horror of shit like these kids.
Right.
Not just straight up horror, but like all the psychological shit that he does. And like everybody loved the kids. They loved it. Like what else is there? And they made like $160 million this opening weekend. The largest opening for any horror movie ever. So I'm pretty pumped. I need to see this.
I need to see it.
I'm super excited that it's getting positive praise because
I mean, that's
something
crazy.
that's like
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, because Stephen King came out with, well, I mean, his books have had several movies this year. One of them didn't do so well in the box office compared to the other.
But to be fair, most people don't know about the Dark Tower unless they're like Stephen King people.
But there's more books in the series. There's 8 books in the Dark Tower
most
series.
people don't know. If you ask the average person about Stephen King, what are they going to tell you? It and The Shining.
Yep. If that.
Those are the 2. And like, Kale, what's the car one?
Oh.
The car one and Carrie. Like, those are like
Carrie's
iconic ones.
Yeah, Carrie's like, that was like the flagship. They've done that shit so many times.
So I'm just saying, like,
but yeah,
to have something as iconic and like as big in so many people's like childhoods come out.
It was like, honestly, it just was like, it reincited a memory. So I think that was cool.
Yeah,
so
like
it made sense.
even if people don't even necessarily remember the movie, really what it was about,
right.
They remember watching it, bro. Like they're just like, yeah, I remember that movie when I was a kid. Like I remember that when I was a kid.
Right.
That's like one of those movies, one of those events in time that happened that like everybody when they remember just remembers that shit, bro. So like they had to knock it out of the park, and I heard they did.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what's up.
So I'm super pumped. I need to see it like ASAP.
Yeah.
They're like starting to release more clips from it. I'm trying not to watch any.
I know. I've been really avoiding it because I want to watch the movie. I want to enjoy the movie.
Like, yeah, there's all these videos, like 10 things that are different from the first, or like 10 things that are like from the book that weren't in the other one, like that I want to watch, but I don't want to watch because I need to see the movie first. So
right. But now I'm like, oh, when's the second one coming? You know, like I'm like, do I want to watch it? 'Cause that's my whole thing. I just hate waiting now. They got me on this like microwave. I can binge watch.
Second one not coming at least for
season shit now. Like
at least a year. They haven't shot the second one for one, so that's gonna be at least
It's probably 2
At the
years.
earliest, late
2018.
2018. I doubt that. 2019.
It's probably going to be fall 2019. So don't even think spring,
I
y'all.
don't know about fall, but we'll see. But I gotta see it.
Because it's close to Halloween. Of course it's going to be in the fall.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna wait that long. They'll try
You
to.
think
They'll
they're
try
going
to
to
rush
release?
it.
They
for
might
next
release
year.
it in August, but it's going to be close.
They'll try to get it out in 2018. Watch.
Nah,
They'll try to.
they're not. There's no way.
Why? They just made 160 million first weekend. I guarantee it was greenlit immediately.
Yeah, I mean that's just rushing post production though. Honestly,
They didn't. It doesn't take that long to actually shoot the movie.
that's what I'm saying.
Couple months,
Post. I'm saying
3 months tops. But the fact that it made 160 million, I guarantee they're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, we're making the second one.
Oh yeah.
They weren't for sure. They weren't for sure they were going to make the second one. They just set it up so that there could be a second one.
Yeah, but that's trash. If he set some shit up, that would they definitely make it.
It wasn't set up where it was like, okay, I heard it wasn't set up where it's like a cliffhanger. It was set up where, okay, this could be over, you know?
Right.
If there wasn't another one, this is what it was.
Mm.
But because it did so well, it's like, oh, for sure there's going to be a second one.
Right.
So I'm pumped.
That's what's up.
But another movie that has been getting buzz, probably for the wrong reasons now, is Mother.
Oh. I've heard I don't know anything about the movie. I've heard
terrible. I mean, it's like one of the least liked movies at all these film festivals at the moment from like these from all the viewers so far.
Wow.
Was it Toronto? Maybe it was that, and it got like F rating from a lot of people. I hear it's just like a crazy movie that's like all over the fucking place.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well.
And if you know the director, you kind of understand how it could be that. So he's the guy who did Requiem for a Dream and stuff like
That's
that.
what I was assuming. I was like, it has to be the Requiem for a Dream guy, because.
So I don't know.
I have to watch that then, because that dude's like.
You kind of have to, because like when a movie gets ripped as hard as it is, especially when I was hyped,
it's history.
It's almost like, whoa, shit, I gotta see what the fuck went wrong, you know?
For real, though. I mean, a director of that caliber, I gotta watch that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's known for taking tons of risks and shit, storytelling-wise and stuff like that, so...
And that might be why it's hated.
How people could hate his movies.
They don't like the deviations. They might be familiar with something and not get that where they expected it, and that might be why they hate it. So they might be really good still. It could be a really good show. It could be really good.
It could be.
You know,
I feel like all his stuff is super divisive though. Like it's either people like really like it or they don't, because his vision is like very strange and like different from what people are used to.
Yeah,
and the way he tells stories and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But she's already got another movie she's promoting, or about to be promoting, called Red Sparrow.
Red Sparrow?
Seen a trailer for that. Yeah, trailer just came out like a few days ago. It's basically Black Widow's story, literally.
Interesting.
Where, you know, the Russian femme fatales being trained from like when they're kids to like be assassins and shit.
Right, exactly.
And spies. So it's literally like the Black Widow story, which just makes you wonder, like, why the fuck they haven't just made a Black Widow movie?
Yeah. What exactly? Well, they're not going to make a Black Widow movie for a second.
Everybody wants one.
Yeah, but that's about they want Scarlett to do it.
She would do it. She already said she would do it.
She would do it, but are they going to pay for it? She's probably going to want more than.
Why not? They could.
If she's leading,
they just don't want to do a movie that's a spinoff, basically.
Yeah, but it's a franchise spinoff.
Marvel hasn't done spinoffs.
She could have more. It's like an easy way to like segue. It would be dope. Honestly, everybody would love that shit.
Her story would be dope.
Her story would be so dope.
How she became.
Honestly, that could be one of the rawest, realest Marvel
spy movies, bro.
You know,
my favorite movie is Captain America 2, and that was because it was like a fucking thriller spy action flick, bro. Like,
it was different. It was a lot different.
It was like a Bourne movie, bro.
Yeah, right. It wasn't. It
And
wasn't
this
so
would be kind of in that same tone. Like,
cartoony. Yeah.
I think it'd be dope if they did it, but that's just my opinion.
Hmm. Well, so we're keeping an eye out for what was it? Red Sparrow.
Red Sparrow.
Okay. I gotta. Okay.
Yeah, Red Sparrow. Another. There's one other trailer. Well, there was obviously the Disaster Artist. They released a second trailer, and I'm super pumped for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Hostiles, which has what's his name? Christian Bale.
Oh yeah.
It's like a western.
Mm. I saw one with like.
It's been making the festival rounds. It's been getting mixed, but mostly positive reviews. Just looks like a super brutal western, basically.
What's that Tom Cruise joint that's about to come out?
American Made.
Yeah. That I was like when I saw the poster, because out here in New York, you see movie posters up in the subway, basically. So you see what's coming out because whoever's got the most money on, and they're like, their movie companies, they all put vinyls up everywhere, so you see everything. And I saw his thing, and I was like, Tom Cruise looks washed up right here. Like, I know it's supposed to look like that, but I was like, at this point in your career, I was like, you're damn near playing yourself. It looks like the guy who plays combat heroes. But now you're washed up.
Yeah, but it's like based on a true story too, though.
I know that. That's why it was problematic for me. So, watching Tom Cruise, I'm interested when I watched the trailer. It made me interested, but looking at Tom Cruise and just seeing the poster for the movie, it looks like trash. Like, it looked like so bad that I didn't even want to look at the trailer, but I watched the trailer and it looked kind of cool.
I mean, it's not going to be like a big smash hit. I don't think he's got big smash hits with him anymore outside of maybe Mission Impossible.
Right.
Even like The Mummy did.
Oh my God. Of course.
It bombed.
Why would he ever do that? That was the worst
like
choice.
Shit for one.
That was the worst choice of his career in the last 5 years.
No, they probably paid him a lot.
They paid him a lot, I'm sure, but that
and they offered him a franchise.
That idea, that was like The Great Wall. That was like Matt Damon doing that dumb shit, or like fucking, like all these stupid ass like.
Well, in Matt Damon's defense, it was because of like legendary Japanese director. It was Japanese or Chinese, I can't remember. Director was making a movie and he wanted like Western actors in it.
Yeah.
It was more for like that market than necessarily ours.
Right.
So in his defense, that was it.
Oh, it was bad timing. It looked like some Gods of Egypt shit.
Yeah, which bombed though too. I don't know. There's been a lot of bombs this year. There's been a lot of bombs this year.
Yeah,
for sure.
I've never seen box office movies perform so terrible for some of these movies. Like,
because they keep doing the same shit and putting new faces in it and thinking that like they're gonna keep tricking people, and people are like up on it. Like, I'm not paying to go watch that shit. Like,
yeah,
I'll stream it.
Right?
You know, like
exactly. I'll stream it. I'm not gonna get out of my fucking.
It doesn't look like a movie that it's not original. It doesn't look like a movie I want to see, and you're destroying a franchise that we once loved.
I know they ruined The Mummy with Tom Cruise. I'm sorry, but
yeah, they for sure. Even though, all right, the last Mummy or two were pretty shitty, but like
they were weak as hell. But at least,
but this one just looked like didn't need to be made for sure. It was a cash grab.
Right.
I never actually saw it, but I heard terrible things about it. So
yeah, I never saw it either, but all I heard was terrible things. So
there was one other trailer of note that came out today, and it was the Tomb Raider trailer.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Tomb Raider got a reboot, and it's starring Alicia Vikander, the girl from.
I gotta look this up.
What movie was that? It was Ex Machina, the girl who like won an Oscar.
Oh, what?
She's Laura Croft,
Interesting.
and it doesn't look great.
This looks weird as fuck.
It did. The tone was all over the place.
Why would
It's
they
a
do
reboot
that?
of the. It's a movie reboot of the video game franchise reboot.
But it looks like a TV show.
It's like the story of the rebooted video game, and the actual video game was good as fuck. But it's like
The rebooted
that's a video
video
game. They're
game.
different. They're different mediums. So it's like it didn't work. I mean, from the first trailer, it does not look like a good one at all.
Wow.
And she honestly doesn't look great as Laura Croft. She looks great, but not as Laura Croft. So
I mean, her face doesn't even look convincing in half of the screenshots that I can see here. Like
it just
these shots are like, okay.
yeah. And after winning an Oscar, it's I don't know, probably not the best move. Probably not gonna be the best move for her, but I'm sure
Well,
people will see just because it says Tomb Raider, but it looks shitty.
yeah. I mean, she's stepping into big shoes. Angelina Jolie, honestly, I like those movies for
She
even
made those movies.
without.
Angelina Jolie made those movies.
They were trash
Those movies
without
were
her.
not good.
They
She
were
just
like
made
bad
those.
movies, but because she was killing it while she was doing it, it was like a good movie. It was
Yeah,
weird.
just because it was Angelina Jolie.
Because I
She made those movies.
hated the second one, like, but I loved it still. I was mad that I liked watching it, but still hated it. Like, it was
It's
good.
it's like the Resident Evil movies that people keep going to see in like
right?
huge numbers. I don't get it.
They're
I don't.
trash.
Those movies are so trash, and yet they make so much money in the box office when they come out.
Mila Jovovich, right?
Yeah, but she barely even talks in it. I don't get it, but whatever.
It's just dope
To each
the way
their
she
own.
kills shit and that shit. She just like,
But
yeah.
the last thing I want to talk about before we end the show is Apple, man.
Apple dropping some
They
shit,
came out with some new shit.
dropping the ball, but dropping some shit.
They skipped. All right, so they skipped Apple. Was it iPhone 7s? Like
7S.
They skipped the S, and they skipped 9. So they come out the 8, the 8 Plus, and the 10,
10.
which is spelled as X.
Which is retarded.
Yeah, stupid branding wise, but
I can't believe they did that. Steve Jobs would be so pissed right now. You know how many people would be fired if Steve Jobs is alive? If they put that out without his okay. Like, oh my God, Steve Jobs is
well, we
pissed.
talked about this. They're no longer innovators in this field.
Yeah,
They are literally doing shit that people have started doing 5 years ago. Like,
yeah,
oh, there's wireless charging now. Cool.
yeah. I was like, okay,
Oh, it's got a full screen basically now. Cool. Like all these other phones have had this shit for like 3-4 years now.
right.
Why has it taken them so long to do it? I don't know.
Mhm.
There's no fingerprint scanner.
Yeah, it was like my PC's like the facial recognition. I was like my old laptop had facial recognition.
Oh, the facial recognition
my password facial recognition. I got to put that on my old laptop, homie. Like, what's Mac talking about with some like?
Granted, they probably work much better on
Oh
their
yeah,
products.
I'm sure.
They're not actually innovating anymore. Like they're not creative with their shit anymore.
Yep.
They just lost that mystique for me.
I mean, honestly, Google is the new Apple.
Google is killing it, and they're about to announce their second phone, which is probably going to be a bigger leap forward than what Apple just did. So there's a lot of heat on Apple.
Yeah.
They got a shit ton of money, but they keep fucking around and not, being the leaders in the creative field of, hardware.
The problem is their equipment works very efficiently, but
It does.
they just
It's
aren't-
very well manufactured.
I'm on one right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm using an Apple Mac Pro, but at the same time, the new
They
generation, this MacBook Pro is at least like what 3 or 4 years old. The new one
they're extremely
isn't exciting enough to get because it's not going to be much better than the 4 or 5 year old one.
yeah. No, the 8 is basically the 7S, and all their stuff is extremely well manufactured. It's just not interesting anymore.
Right.
They're not good at creating new shit anymore. Like,
Yeah, like you pretty much said
interesting
it.
that
Every
shifts.
time they release something, it reminds me of some shit I already saw. Like I'm like, oh, but you just kind of refined it and made it like work the best, right? You did it the best, but it's old already. Like,
I mean, full disclosure, I've always used a PC, so I've never used a Mac. But I did use the iPhone for about 5 years.
yep.
I'm more than 5 since college, so like way more than that. But this summer I switched, bro.
Oh yeah,
I'm off the Apple life.
nice. Yo, I quit the
I,
iPhone after I realized that I could download music on my cell phone with Droid and products like Android.
I am a S8 plus now.
Oh, word! I got an S7
Yeah.
though. I gotta catch up. Nah,
The S8 is absolutely gorgeous. They do all the shit that Apple's doing now
right.
about 4 phones ago, and I'm extremely happy I switched. Like I look at the iPhone 8 and I was contemplating waiting for the next iPhone or switching because I needed one because you know the system storage messages kept popping up every fucking 2 seconds,
Yep.
which got really annoying. And somehow, whenever new phones are releasing, they start acting like shit. Like,
Yeah.
start having problems, bro.
Right.
So I was like, well, I need to switch soon. I was going to switch to the next iPhone or switch to a whole different phone completely. And I decided to go ahead and switch to a whole new phone. I'm extremely happy I did. Like,
There
I do
you
not
go.
miss that shit at all.
I know.
Only thing I
don't know
maybe
why
miss
you were on
sometimes
that.
is iMessage, maybe.
iMessage.
That's it.
I get that. I honestly, that's one thing. That's the only thing probably I would say.
But over here, I just use WhatsApp for everything anyway. So, like, for me, it's not really that big of a deal.
Right.
Yeah, I was extremely disappointed. Like, the watches
Oh,
are
the
the exact
watches.
same. They just added a cellular network to it.
yeah. I was like, why did you waste your time with this? That watch should have been out like 6 years ago. The watch they
Facts.
just put out just now should have been out 6 years ago. Like
Facts.
the fuck.
It looks the exact same, functions almost the exact same.
Yeah.
Did the minimum improvements and added a cellular network to it, and people are like going crazy. And I'm just looking around like, am I the only one seeing this shit? Like, it's the exact same fucking phone. It's the exact same watch.
Yeah, but it's got this and it's got that. You know, like fuck all the bullshit.
Oh, introducing the new MacBook Pro
Yeah.
with the Touch Bar.
Okay. The touch bar. That's hilarious.
Is that it?
I feel like that was just for like that's only a plus for people who either graphic design or edit.
I don't know anybody that uses it.
I don't know one person, honestly.
I know somebody who has one. I asked him, do you ever use it? He's like, yeah, you just need it for the volume control. He said that's what the volume control is. So,
That's, oh my god. So they just made an old thing look fancy. They just put more lights behind some old shit.
I use an XPS, and it's like the best laptop I've ever had.
XPSs are always been the dopest. Those are like gamer laptops, so they're like really strong.
Oh, amazing. But like, even in terms of desktop, we talked about before with Microsoft Studio that just got released.
Yep.
That shit looks so much better than the Macs now.
Yeah. Exactly. I thought that's what the Mac was going to look like.
It
because
should look like that by
they
now.
already had
That's the
big
question.
screens.
Like, why hasn't it looked like this?
And they already been doing weird stuff like, how are you doing all this micro, this and that? You got the iPhone joint. You can obviously make a computer that's a one flat screen, this touchscreen.
And it like swivels down the way it swivels down.
Right.
And shit, like where it comes into like that shit looks
A1.
Bro.
Like I want one of those. I want those.
I legit might get one just for like video editing and Photoshop shit.
Right.
That shit looks like I have to have that. Like I haven't felt that way about an Apple product in a really long time.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, their last desktop tower, it literally looks like a trash bin.
Yeah. They've been fucking up, man. Like they lost that mystique for me. They're no longer like the coolest company out there. That's goes to Google for me. Even Microsoft has been like killing it, like
surprising
with their Surface shit. So it's kind of like because they have the Surface laptops now.
Yeah,
you seen those?
Yeah, like, I was kind of jealous because I have like the first generation Surface, and it was clutch. Like that shit was rivaling like iPad, like 1 through I don't even know how many, like 4 maybe. But then like now it's getting old. I gotta upgrade.
Yeah,
but the Surface
they
is
just
dope.
came on the Surface laptop. So like, all I'm saying is Apple is resting on their laurels. They're no longer the leading innovators in any field, bro. Like,
why isn't there a touchscreen MacBook Pro? Why isn't there a touchscreen MacBook Pro?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I don't understand.
People are like, oh, I don't want to touch my screen. Like, bro, I have a touchscreen on my shit. I touch it all the time because sometimes it's just intuitive, bro. Like, honestly, just
right.
Like, oh shit, I just
want to move this here. This is easy. It's so much easier.
I don't use it all the time,
right.
but it just makes sense to have it at this point.
Right.
It doesn't make sense not to. You have a touch bar, but you don't have a touch screen. It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
For real, though.
And I'm kind of, I've been super disappointed with them over the last few years. That's why it made me switch because, like, they are not doing anything new.
Right.
Their phones all look the same. There's the iPhone X. They're like, oh, it looks so much different. No, it looks like the iPhone 8 without the bezels.
Right. The iPhone X was supposed to be the flexible phone. It was supposed to be the phone that doesn't break.
Nah, it's gonna be a Samsung first. Samsung already has flexible phones. They just
they don't have
released them.
But that's what I'm saying is the iPhone X that was supposed to be like that's what I'm saying about Steve Jobs. Like Steve Jobs would have never let them put such a benchmark, rollout on an inferior product.
It really shows you how much of an impact he had, man. Like
real talk. Like now,
people always,
when we thought Steve Jobs was talking too much shit, like now we realize, oh nah, he was really the one driving the innovation. Like fuck.
Yeah, people were talking about so much shit. Like but he can't actually program. Oh, he can't actually code. Like okay, but he was the force behind all of this shit that like has become like fucking iconic, bro.
If the world's greatest coder doesn't have the idea to code a particular way, then that thing will never be coded that way. So the guy, Steve Jobs, he's giving them things that make them great because they would never come up with the idea to do it that way. Even if they have the ability.
Yeah. First of all, I wouldn't put a coder in charge of design in any way, shape, or form ever.
No.
That's just two completely different fields, like two completely different ways of thinking.
Coders have no perception of aesthetics. Like a design aspect is not for them. That's not what they do.
Nah, not what you do. But like, it's just so obvious how much he has had an impact. Because ever since then, it's just been like, what's been their biggest innovation? Apple Pen.
Apple Pen.
Like really,
I don't know
like
what
they really set aside
though. Honestly, I feel like they dropped the ball hardcore. They should have been on so much. They should have the best 360 camera. Like that should have been like they should have had all the best everything. Like what are they doing?
They don't even have a voice assistant for the home yet.
Are you serious? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
there's
right.
no. They're like
That's facts. Yeah, I forgot about that.
facts. It's not that there's no voice assistant for the home app, but Amazon came out with it first. Amazon
Yep.
that started as a book company
Amazon's a lot more than a
has more
book company
innovation
now.
than Apple at this moment.
Wow, Amazon's doing every business.
Oh, they're killing. Alexa is absolutely a monster. It
Alexa
created a whole new
over the game.
sector. Google even has Google Home out, but there is no Apple shit.
Yeah, what is that? Like, what are you doing, Apple?
And even on like the TV front, everybody was like, "Oh, Apple TV, Apple is gonna change TV." Like, no, fuck, they're not.
Yeah, Apple
People
TV
use Roku sticks
was
and Amazon Fire
cool
sticks
and
for
died.
$50 over $120 Apple TV that doesn't have the basic features that they all have.
Right. And the interfaces for all the apps are different than on the Apple TV. It was just weird. It was too much.
They are fucking up, and all these fucking fanboys just eating their shit up. I'm like, are you not seeing how bad they're fucking up right
They're
now?
falling apart a little bit. I need to see them do some shit that another company hasn't already done like a year or two ago.
Nothing. They have nothing. This was their big moment. It's been 10 years since the iPhone came out. This is their big anniversary. This is all they came up with.
Yep.
A glass back, wireless charging, a cellular network in your watch.
Right.
That still only lasts a day on a charge.
Yep. If that.
Less now with the cellular phone with the cell network in it.
Yeah, with the cell network, half a day.
It's disappointing, to say the least. I've never been an Apple fanboy, but at least when they were doing good, it made everybody else step their shit up.
Yeah, I mean, the only good
They
thing
made
I can
Microsoft
say,
completely rethink their whole business.
yeah, honestly, Microsoft might kill them. If Microsoft,
They're coming back.
the only thing Microsoft
coming
has to
back.
do really is capture the creatives with the tools that are easier to use than Photoshop and things like
Which
that.
is what they're starting to do.
Exactly. So once
And their App Store is-
Microsoft gives us a thing as good or better than Photoshop, it's a wrap. Once it's once we don't have to use Premiere to edit videos. If they give us a program as good or better than Adobe, Sweet.
Yeah. I don't know at this point if you can't get a program better than Adobe.
That's
Suite,
what I'm
though.
saying. If that's all Microsoft has to do to kill them.
But design-wise, they can definitely catch up to Apple because Apple's been stuck in the same design for the last 5 years.
Right.
But Microsoft is really stepping their shit up design-wise. Everybody is. Google is. When this Pixel 2 phone comes out, if it looks amazing,
that shit looks great. I wanted the first one.
If it looks, if it's mine, I didn't love the first one how it looked, but if the second one, which they said is gonna look much different, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Apple's gonna be in some fucking trouble because people actually like the Google Pixel.
Yep. People
So-
like a lot that's not Apple right now.
They just,
Yeah, they're slowing down.
Disappointing.
They're just slowing down. I don't know. They got a little lull. They might. Hopefully, they just don't hit a brick wall. I like Apple products, but
they need some new blood in there. They need some new eyes in there. They need some new thought in there. For
fuck
sure.
yeah. But hey, shout out to Steve Jobs and his legacy.
Let us know if you were excited about the new iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and the X, and the new Series 3 watch. What you thought about that, and what you think about them, compared to all their other competitors and what they're doing in the market. So we personally don't think they're doing what they should be doing, but let us know.
Yeah.
But that's it for this podcast of the Fearless Show.
Yeah.
Talked about a lot.
Good show. Emmys, history. Let us know what you thought about the Emmys, y'all. Highlights, what we missed. We already said that, but everything we talked about. If you said something, if you have a reaction to something we said we thought was crazy, leave a comment.
Yeah. If you got any comments, suggestions, questions, or anything you want to talk about in the future show, head over to livinglifefearless.co/podcast. Shoot us a little quick message and try to get back to you. And if we fucked up on anything, let us know there too.
Right.
But other than that, man, thanks for listening. We'll be back with another one soon. Peace.
Peace. Keep living life fearless, y'all.